Made in Hollywood.
There's nothing easy about traveling overseas to meet your significant other's family for the first time. But what if your significant other comes from the wealthiest family in the country? Constance Wu and Henry Golding star in the romantic comedy Crazy Rich Asians.
Hi, I'm Ken Jeong.
I'm Aquafina.
You're watching Made in Hollywood.
And here's a scene from our upcoming movie, Crazy Rich Asians.
Rach, we've been dating for over a year now, and I think it's about time people met my beautiful girlfriend. What about us taking an adventure east?
Like Queens?
I loved the opening scene when Eleanor is like, you know what, I don't have to do with you, but I will win this. I feel like that's my mindset. I'm like, I would totally do something like that. If I had money like that, yeah, I would be like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy this and then show you. Is there something in the movie that you personally related to like that?
Nick and Rachel go through so many sort of trials and tribulations, but at the end of it, they stay true to each other. They love each other so much. That's his fuel to, even though at some point she rejects him, that he fights for it because he thinks it's worth it.
Yeah. And I really relate to just love because it's like the most important thing to me.
We can flex, you know what I mean? Like, it's very possible to walk into a hotel and, like, you know, own it,
Yeah.
right? And then be like, I own it though, so leave me alone.
Yeah, I did that the other day at a Motel 6. I was like, you know what? I can't have that room. I'm gonna buy it. And then the owner said, good. And I said, what?
That's what this movie is doing, basically. We're trying to say, you know what, things are changing, and like it or not, we're here, and we have stories to tell, and we have things to do, so get out of the way, please. Thank you.
Singapore, Colin's wedding. Don't you want to meet my family?
I hardly know anything about them. Every time I bring them up, Nick changes the subject. Maybe his parents are poor and he has to send them money.
We'll take our bags and get you checked into first class.
Nick, we can't afford this. So your family is rich?
We're comfortable.
That is exactly what a super rich person would say.
Everybody, we have the mastermind behind Crazy Rich Asians, the author Kevin Kwan here.
When you wrote Crazy Rich Asians, did you think this could totally be a movie?
I totally did. I mean, I'm so influenced by movies, and even when I was writing it, I'm a very visual writer, so I would reference some of my favorite movies. So like the shopping scenes are very much inspired by Pretty Woman, for example. Things like that. You know, the wedding scenes, inspired by Four Weddings and a Funeral. So I love a good rom-com.
These people aren't just rich, they're crazy rich.
Now, you really should have told me that you're like the Prince William of Asia.
That's ridiculous. Much more of a Harry.
Everyone knows a Crazy Rich Asian somewhere. That's what I realized. Everyone's like, oh, I know this person.
I don't. Why was I not born into the Young family?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know anything. But it was fun to go see their world and how insane it is.
I feel like I just walked onto the set of like a hip-hop video.
I did feel like Cinderella. I mean, the costumes, particularly that Astrid gets to wear, and you know, the diamonds that she wears. There was a bodyguard following me around all day. That's how I knew these were real, you know. They cost more than the place that I live in London.
I met a girl, I fell in love, and I want to marry her.
You're Nicholas Young, you're untouchable, but Rachel's not.
There's so many Asians and Asian American actors and filmmakers behind this. It's really significant.
We did this several times throughout the shoot. People would just start crying, and like, this is so amazing that we get to do what we can do, and we're not being rushed through makeup, and the lighting is being done for us.
Asian Americans come out of screenings of this and they cry, you know, they feel something in their heart. And just that alone is very important, and why there should be movies like this.
They never thought I would get out of Queens. Now I'm driving a Bentley.
You know, I've heard from readers around the world that, you know, they're not crazy, they're not rich, they're not even Asian, but so much of this story connects with them. And I hope it will connect on the big screen too.
If Nick chose me, he would lose his family. And if he chose his family, he might spend the rest of his life resenting you.